Hey, Dude Talkin Food Nation. Hope everyone's doing as good as possible out there. My name is Lee, and I'm just a dude talking food. It's been cold and snowy lately, so we've been eating a lot of soup. Today, we're going to make a healthy, tasty carrot dill soup that can be made a few different ways depending on your dietary requirements. The soup can also be served cold for a summer soup as well. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a retired professional cook learning video creation while teaching people to cook and avoid ultra processed foods at the same time. If you could drop a like, comment, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Let's get going with this easy and healthy, delicious carrot dill soup. Okay, let's get our ingredients together. We'll need 2 pounds of carrots, either scrubbed or peeled. I peeled this time, but I've made it both ways. If you scrub them good because you don't want dirt in your soup. We'll also need 4 cups of chicken stock or broth. You can use vegetable broth if you want to go vegetarian. We'll need a cup of coconut milk for a dairy-free or vegetarian version, but you can also use half a cup of cream for a more traditional soup, or half a cup of Greek yogurt. I've often used half a cup of lactose-free Greek yogurt to finish this off. It works just fine. You just really want some sort of fat to grab all those flavors and transfer them around your soup. Then you're going to need 4 tablespoons of fresh dill chopped, or 1 1/3 tablespoon of dry dill. We also have 2 bouillon cubes, either vegetable or chicken, depending on your needs, just like the broth above. An eighth of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper to balance the sweetness of the carrots. Half a teaspoon of ginger powder and garlic powder. You can use fresh if you want ground. I would do 1.5 teaspoons of each ground fresh. So after we've peeled or scrubbed our carrots, we're just going to chunk them up. They don't have to be cut small or diced or any special cuts or anything. I'm just cutting them into thirds or halves depending on their size. We're just going to wind up simmering them in broth until they're super soft anyways. So now we're going to add our choice of vegetable or chicken stock or broth and all our dry ingredients, including the bouillon cubes, all our spices and seasonings. And if you're using dry dill, you're going to add that now. If you're using fresh dill, don't add it. We're going to save that for later. But if you used fresh garlic and ginger, certainly you can add that now. Now we're going to turn the heat up and get our carrots to a boil. Once that happens, then we'll turn the heat down, cover, and we're going to put it on a low simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes until the carrots are super soft. Once our carrots, spices, and broth have simmered and the carrots can be pierced with a knife or a fork with no resistance, we can go ahead and blend this up. I'm using my wand blender. It's one of my favorite kitchen tools. I discussed it in my last video, linked in the description. You can also use a normal blender or a food processor. You'll just want to put all the carrots and just a little bit of the liquid, like maybe a cup or two, into the blender or food processor, run it, smooth it all up, and then add it back to your soup pot. Once we get our soup smooth and blended, we'll now add our fresh dill and pulse it a few more times to release all that dill flavor into our soup. If you're using a food processor or a blender, you can add your dill at the very end of your blending, right before you add your carrots back to the soup. Once we've got it all together, then we add in our fat, either coconut milk, Greek yogurt, heavy cream, whatever you need depending on your dietary needs. I wouldn't use milk. It's kind of too diluted. It's just going to water down your soup. But once we add in our fat, we're just going to mix it up and we have our healthy, delicious, and easy to make carrot dill soup. It's awesome alone or with a grilled or toasted sandwich of some sort. It really can't be beat. I really want to thank you all for joining me today for this carrot dill soup recipe. I hope you all get to try it and that you enjoy it. If you do try it, let me know in the comments. And if you made any variations to it, I'd be interested to hear about it. So let me know in the comments about that as well. If you made it this far, please drop a like, a subscribe if possible. It really helps out the channel and it gets my video in front of new people. Have an awesome week, everyone.